It's My Little Underground. I'm Peter A. Returning to the show, we have rapper, DJ, label head, Artisan P. He's talking about his new LP, Golden Summer. We also talked about song structure, single release strategy, his big tape release show with Buster Wolf, November 19th at the Bark. So if you're in Tallahassee, that's where you gotta be. And we also talked about 2023 plans for his label Citronella Room and so much more. Returning to My Little Underground, please help me welcome Artisan P. I love the new album, Golden Summer. It's really cool. It's very, uplifting, which we'll talk about. But the one thing I did notice at first was the song structure. It's a lot more accessible, a little bit of melody, and a lot of earworms. Was that your intention going into this project?
Yeah, definitely. So specifically with the song Golden, that was the first song that made me realize like the direction of what I wanted the album to go in. And that was a beat that Buster Wolf sent me, and when I heard it, immediately I was just like hooked. And even before the song ended, the first time I heard it, I was starting it over just to kind of like absorb it. And I knew I wanted to be a little more hook heavy and try to play more with hooks and yeah, like a little more melodic and just try to like put a little more thought into that because I definitely, like my different forms EP, there's no hooks on that on any of the songs, and so I wanted to try to bring that back, something that people could kind of like sing along to and enjoy and try to make songs, because I'm very like I feel like I just write verses, you know what I mean? So I wanted to try to write songs a little bit more this time around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that versus mentality of rhyming is kind of like a lyrical exercise, right? It kind of gets that muscle flexed, right?
Yeah, definitely. So especially when I do stuff with DJ Proof, like some of the older stuff, that's just me like trying to bar out, just trying to like rap, And I wanted to do that with this album, but I wanted to give it more of a musical like aspect to it. But definitely still heavy on the bars with this one, a lot of lines, a lot of, I've been writing this one for a minute, so still bar heavy, but a little more like catchy too.
Yeah, there's tons of lyrics, but there's songs there, which is super important. And Adult Swim is such an earworm. I can't stop listening to it. It's fantastic, and the beat is fly. And Buster Wolf is rhyming on this, right?
Yeah, he is. So
Yeah.
that's that song is basically technically a remix of the first song that him and I did Adult Swim like back in 2015 or something like that over a beat that my friend by the name of Rooftop, I think he only made that beat under that name. I don't think he goes by that name, but he sent that beat and we kind of recorded that super low budget like just if you heard it, it sounds like so crazy to listen to. But so I wanted to kind of update that song and with the new beat. And actually, my dad has some background vocals on that song. If you listen closely,
Wow.
my parents came up to visit me for my birthday, and I showed him some of the stuff I was working on, and he heard this and he liked it. And he kind of just like got behind the mic. I was like, "Oh wait, let me record this." And he recorded a couple of harmonies and I mixed it in there, kind of looped him a little bit. But yeah, if you listen closely, my dad's vocals are in the background of that song. So yeah,
Wow.
I like that one a lot. It's a personal favorite for sure.
Yeah, it's really it's a true standout on this project. Are you dabbling in production yourself?
A little bit. I play the guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was a kid, so I'm kind of slowly upgrading my studio setup, and I want to record more guitar stuff. So I'm kind of messing around a little bit, just trying to get a feel for some of my equipment and kind of see where I need to upgrade certain things. But yeah, I've been messing around making a couple beats. I've got a guitar and a bass, so I've been just trying to mess around, trying to do some other stuff too. So just trying to stay busy doing something.
Yeah. I think you hanging around Buster Wolf a lot are probably like, let me try some of this. After you heard the latest Loops EP, you're
Oh,
thinking, you know what? Let's go. Let me flex my muscle on the boards.
no, yeah. I mean, actually, I texted him yesterday telling him that I was gonna work on a beat for something that we should try to rap on. So I'm working on something that I'm gonna send him. Hopefully, he likes it, and we could kind of trade some bars over it, trying to do more rapping.
Yeah, yeah. This has been quite the Citronella Room year. I'm listening to the Loops. I'm still listening to Some Oranges and now Golden Summer. Really good stuff. Um,
Thank you.
do you have do you with this project or even now going forward or maybe during the summer, do you have a strategy on picking certain singles to put out before the album?
Uh, at first I did, and I tried really hard to kind of like come up with a strategy and try to stick to it, but I ended up just starting with that golden. I knew that that was the first thing I wanted people to hear from this album, so definitely put that out first. I knew I wanted to put out Adult Swim because Buster Wolf was on that. Um, but then I still have an idea for what I want to put out. Like, I want to do some more music videos. So I just did the Never Wanna Leave video, but that song wasn't originally intended to even be on the album or be a single. So that was kind of a last minute. We made a video. It came out pretty dope. So I've been kind of like trying to share that song more as a single. And that came out with Adult Swim, so it makes sense to make a video out of that. But yeah, I definitely try to put out a strategy. Like I know that since this album is kind of like an end of the year thing, I know I'm gonna probably want to start the next year with another single and a video to kind of like give the album some air until the next summer. So when summer actually rolls around, people could still be bumping it or discovering it for the first time. So definitely I still have some more plans with this album in the future for sure of other things I want to do with it.
So there's a bar I'll never want to leave that really stuck with me. Motivated by the fact the funds low, which is cool, which is kind of uplifting in a way. And I think that's kind of a theme on Golden Summer. And I don't know if you notice this, but I definitely noticed that there's some albums that you read about, certain artists do interviews and they say, I was in a dark space. I was in a really dark space when I wrote this album. Were you in a positive space, an uplifting space when you wrote this album?
Um, it's kind of hard to say because I've been writing it over a period of time,
Uh,
but I do feel like when I was working on songs and making songs a little bit, it's more like not super dark, but more of like I'm trying to like get out of this hole that I feel like I'm in. So I was trying to be motivational, trying to be like, shit sucks, but at least we have this that we do. And if we do it enough and have fun with it and have it grow organically, it could be something that like could be like something to look forward to, something to like strive for. Like I want to be able to continue to make music and have fun with it. So not necessarily a dark place, but more of like I'm trying to like just do better for myself overall. You know what I mean? And not, yeah. So kind of yes and no, but not like a depressed state or anything like that, but more so like just kind of like frustration, let's say, of where I'm at and just trying to like build something that can help me move on to the next phase out of like the funk that I'm in, if that makes any sense.
yeah. And then when you get yourself out of that funk, there's a lot of like realities that underground musicians like yourself have to face. If you see, the latest, you see Lil Sims canceling US tours because of, it's very hard to be an independent artist. You're seeing a band like Wednesday is posting up their itinerary, how much money they lost on South by Southwest, and they're a band that has like a fan base. So is it hard for you knowing all this stuff, the realities of making music? Does that weigh on you? Or do you still maintain your positive attitude despite all the harsh realities that musicians face?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, all of that sucks, and I do think about those things. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna hinder what I do as far as like my just me making music. Because honestly, like I've been like just it's like such a hobby for me and something I've been doing for so long that it's just whether I blow up or not, like I'll still be doing shit and I would like to be able to kind of like overcome those things and like make it to where I could comfortably tour and travel. But honestly, like with my schedule, just personally, that's something that's like kind of long term anyway. But I'm still kind of having fun with just like releasing music even and just making videos and doing all these cool little things that I could afford to do here at home locally, without having to like go on a tour. But that's definitely something I would love to do, like no doubt, but it doesn't affect like I don't it doesn't weigh down on me or anything like that.
Yeah,
But
like
I do feel
yeah.
bad for the people that are dealing with that, and like that, those are some dire situations, but I just want to also be in a position where I could do that comfortably. So that's still kind of like a long-term goal. Like not it's not something I'm prepared for to do just yet because of all those things. So definitely gonna take my time a little bit with that.
Yeah, when you see the stuff like that, you're like, okay, what can I do? Can I buy some merch? Can I go to a show or something like that? But yeah, it's kind of like how I am. Like, no matter what happens with like with this podcast, is like when I see an artist put out an album, especially if there's is their first album, my instinct, just because I'm wired, I want to talk to that person. You know what I mean? Like that feeling, just it's a natural feeling now. Because just like you with
Yeah,
music, like you have an idea, okay, song, it doesn't matter if it's going to make you $1 million tomorrow. You know what I mean?
right, exactly. And
Yeah.
like and then on such a local level like that, like there's nothing to stop you. So just, do what you're doing and you roll with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You can get in your own way. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
But you got a tape release show coming up on November 19th at the Bark. And you got performances from yourself and Buster Wolf and Seesaw. Who was Seesaw?
So Seesaw is a local artist here in Tallahassee, and yeah, his music is a very like interesting mix of like, there's some R&B influence, but it's very like darker sounding and a little more industrial, but not like yeah, it's like a dark R&B instrumental vibe, but he sings also. And I actually saw him play. I played a show with him like a month ago, and yeah, I mean, he's always playing shows around. He's always been cool. I played shows with him in the past, with Buster Wolf as well too. So just someone from yeah, someone I've known for a bit that's cool, So I figured it'd be a nice way to kind of like mix up the show a little bit, so it's not like a bunch of rappers rapping in your face all night, to kind of like change it up a little bit. So but yeah, it'll be a nice, interesting mix, and especially with Buster Wolf's latest tape and kind of like the direction he went in with that, I think Seesaw would have been a good match, and like some of my songs kind of have that feel to it too. So um yeah, yeah, local artist, super talented, has sick t-shirt designs, sick merch, so yeah.
Is Seesaw going to put stuff out on Citronella Room?
He actually has his own label
Oh,
that he works on. I think it's called The Same Records.
the same
And yeah,
records? Oh, I'm writing that down. That's a good
yeah.
name.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
such a good
send you
name.
the link to that, but yeah, and I'm also bad at describing his music, but I'll send you a link to his stuff or
Please
just
do.
yeah, yeah. But no, it's dope. It's super interesting, and yeah, so he's got his own thing going on. So yeah, homies, Tallahassee, try to keep it connected.
Yeah. You got some DJ sets as well. Are you and Buster Wolf DJing this as well?
Yeah, we are. So
Whoa.
we every first Friday, a friend of ours has a plant shop where she sells plants, and we do just a pop up. We'll kind of post up, play some music, and we'll DJ for a couple hours. So we've done that the past couple months, and again for the show to kind of change it up a little bit, kind of have some music in between the sets. He's got beats for days, so he usually plays a lot of his beats and like other stuff that I haven't heard before. So it's always cool to listen to what he plays, and I'll be doing the same, kind of just playing some stuff from the label, stuff that I like, some beats I'm working on, just to kind of like have some fun with it a little bit. Um, yeah, some music for people to kind of hang out, listen. There's a pool table at the spot, so kind of chill. There's a bar, all that stuff. So
Yeah, that kind of fits the whole aesthetic of Citronella Room. Everything is kind of just relaxed and it's just
yeah,
really calm and cool, which is awesome. And I bet your set's going to be like Citronella Room and MF Doom, and that's it. And
yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of the special herbs. Yeah, I definitely play a lot of
yeah,
Doom. A lot
volumes
of
1 through 5, and then
oh
Citronella
yeah.
Room.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. But yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of instrumental stuff, just like beats, that people can kind of listen to, and just like stuff that you wouldn't hear anywhere else, so
Is it challenging for yourself and Buster Wolf to put together like two different sets for this one show. You got your DJ set, then you got your artist set.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge for you?
I think the more challenging thing is just remembering all the words to this. I mean, honestly, because like I'm doing the whole album, and I know there's probably some songs on there that I normally wouldn't perform live or haven't ever before. So just kind of like practicing those songs I don't normally do is more of a challenge. But the DJing is kind of just like that's more of like us having fun, and we don't like necessarily like plan like a set list or anything for that. We kind of just improvise, and we'll go back to back where we'll kind of riff off of each other. So he'll play a track and I'll come on and mix in, and we'll kind of go back and forth. In addition to kind of having our own set, so it's more of like just an improv kind of just that's the less stressful part. Just the music. The DJing part is easy, you know what I mean? But the performance, just because I haven't been playing shows as often, that might be a little more of a challenge. Like a couple years ago, I was playing shows like every month or so, so that was more like natural. But now, especially with COVID, I am playing like maybe one or two shows a year at this rate. So just remembering to be on stage is kind of the more challenging part. But yeah, the DJing is easy.
You talked about Seesaw. Are there any other new artists from Tallahassee that's not necessarily associated with Citronella Room that you have your eye on as a fan and as a label head?
Yeah, there's this one band called Medusa Phase out of Tallahassee. They're kind of like a cool, like dreamy, tropical indie pop band, and they sound pretty cool. They're playing a show soon. I'm gonna try to check out next month. Um, Pool Kids, I don't know if that counts. They're from Tallahassee, but they're on tour right now. So that ship has sailed. They're kind of doing big things right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say Medusa Phase, and yeah, I haven't really been going out as much. There's actually a show tonight, and I don't know. It's just harder for me to like go out like I used to. But yeah, definitely Medusa Phase is a band that's pretty cool that I enjoy. They have an album out, and it's pretty interesting. I like it a lot. So
That's a struggle here in New York too. There's always a show going on. You're always overwhelmed. I
I
live so
bet,
close
yeah,
to a music venue. There's a new music venue opening up in Manhattan. There's too many things going on. Now I have to
yeah,
decide what to go to, what not to go to. It's just not enough
yeah.
time in the.
I could totally relate to that because I used to live in Miami, and Miami was like that. And I spent some time in LA, and Los Angeles is like boom. There's like shows all the time. So it's like damn, like I want to go to everything. I wish I could have 8 of me and go to like see everything, but
Yeah. And then you got
um,
to sleep and eat and shower, all that stuff too.
yeah, yeah, find some time for that. But
Yeah, just squeeze in a little bit of that in between all the shows you're going to.
yeah, but
I yeah,
the shows have been popping up more and more up here. So soon I'll be brave enough to get out there.
and a lot of that is because it's such an Citronella Room, which is dope.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like the Some Oranges EP with Late Show host and Buster Wolf. Do you have any more of those split EPs or maybe a label sampler in the works?
Yeah, I definitely want to do a sampler sometime next year. And try to incorporate some like older stuff that people might have missed, and then some like newer exclusive stuff. But yeah, no, definitely. There's definitely some plans for some more instrumental EPs. And just other cool. I don't know, like it's cool because like I'm in a position where I can kind of like do whatever I want, and I've seen like other cool things that labels have done, and I kind of like want to take my like do my own spin on things like that. So yeah, we're gonna be making more tapes, more vinyl for sure, for sure. So yeah.
Yeah. Citronella Room 2023. What are some of your goals and plans that you want to share?
Definitely. I know Buster Wolf has another instrumental
Let's
album in
go.
his up the sleeves, so definitely that's gonna be one of the things. A couple other things I'm not sure if I've announced or should announce, but yeah, there's definitely another cool musical project between some of the artists in mind and in the works, and then definitely some more late show host stuff, some more Artisan P, DJ Proof out of Miami. We're gonna do a beat tape with him, and possibly Artisan P, DJ Proof in the future. So But definitely just trying to do some out of town shows and yeah, release more albums.
If anybody's in Tallahassee, Florida, November 19th, go to the Bark, Artisan P, Buster Wolf, Seesaw. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be on and popping.
Yeah, and we're gonna have some Buster Wolf and I are gonna have some new t-shirts available that night. So I'm really excited about that. And we're both performing our new albums from front to back. So
Great.
that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm super excited about that.
I haven't poked around the Citronella Room website in a while. Do you have merch for your logo?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So that's
Because that
actually
logo
something I
was
was looking at
fly.
the other day. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, but I'm also trying to come up with a couple other like alternative logos, some more just different styles so that I could have a different, have the logo for the shirt a different way from the stickers and kind of just make a bunch of random exclusive variations of shit. So yeah, but that's also in the works, just more merchandise and yeah, more shows.
All right. All right, Artisan P. Thank you again for coming on My Little Underground. This is your time to plug away. We talked up the Bark Show, but you can talk it up again or anything else you got going on.
All right, so Artisan P, new album, Golden Summer, got some CDs, tapes, shirts coming soon, whatever's left over from the show, put up on the website. But yeah, check it out. Buster Wolf's got some music that's out. He has a new video. I have a new video. Citronellaroom.com, Instagram, Twitter, just hit it up, Spotify, all that good shit, Bandcamp, Google our names, you'll find it. And definitely got some music. And if you're trying to, listen to some dope underground shit, check us out. We got it.
Yeah, that's kind of the aesthetic here. Dope underground shit is always open on My Little Underground. So that's
Hell
great.
yeah.
Artisan P, thank you so much once again. Appreciate
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it, man. You have a good one. Hey, good talking to you as always. Thanks a lot.